Elevation Nation, the sun is shining. It's a beautiful day outside, and we promise we are not AI deepfakes. Today, we have on an incredible entrepreneur, founder, hustler, and more importantly, you hear me say this a lot. Sometimes I meet someone, I'm like, you're just the elevator vibe, man. I just want to hang out with you. You got to meet Parker. You got to come on the podcast, and you have to join the nation. Yoni Kirschner, founder and CEO of One Connection. Welcome to Elevation Nation, brother. We are so excited to have you on the pod.
Awesome to be here, guys. Excited to rip this with y'all.
You having a hangover from the Final Four?
It's not too bad, man. I mean, it was a little upsetting, but we get over it, you know.
Like, all right, yeah. What is it? How long has it been since Illinois made the Final Four?
I think about a few decades, something like that.
Few decades.
Brown era, I
Yeah,
believe.
yeah.
Somewhere around there.
Listen,
20 years
I
ago.
didn't mean that in a negative way because I'm sure as an Illinois fan, you're pumped. You get to the Final Four and you lose. You know, it's house money. Like we made the Final Four. I'm a Terps guy. If we make it the Final Four, damn, we are. It doesn't matter if we win it all. Obviously, it's a nice thing to have. Making it is pretty cool.
We made it that far. I mean, that speaks for what it is, you know, and that's great enough. We got to celebrate along the way. It's like when I'm a White Sox fan, but it's like when the Cubs won the World Series, like I still celebrated with the Cubs, you know. You just got to have a good time with it. Celebrate the wins as they come.
I don't know if the Chicago people who are listening are going to give you hate now for that. Sam, is that a thing?
No, it's a lot, bro. It's a lot. We're a big city. We just like the vibes. We like victory. We like vibes.
The the better. Isn't that what podcasting is all about?
That's true.
Put
I
this
mean,
up,
like, if
we'll
the
go
Cubs
live.
are winning it all, like, how could you not celebrate regardless if you're a White Sox fan or not? Like, come on. That's big time.
It's for the city, man. It's for the people.
For the people. Well, speaking of for the people, Yoni, welcome to Elevation Nation. We've done hundreds and hundreds of episodes, and we start every episode the exact same way. It is Elevation Nation. So we got to start out with an elevator pitch. You got to tell us more about who you are.
Yeah, happy to dive into it. I'll give you guys the 30-second pitch. I mean, I've been doing sales as long as I can walk, selling candy bars in downtown Chicago in the dead of winter with my little red wagon while it's snowing outside in first grade all the way through eighth grade. Started in multiple businesses along the way. Sold Cutco knives because every great salesman has to go through that chapter. Did door-to-door sales to support myself through college. Graduated, went to CVS Health. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of them. Crushed it there. Was a top 5 sales rep in the country. Got promoted to the youngest regional sales manager of the country. Kicked ass, had a great time. Got sick of the red tape. Went to a smaller mom and pop pharmacy. Doubled them in a year. Sold over $8 million of business in a year after they hadn't grown in 4 years. And then started my company, One Connection. And it's been a heck of a journey.
I mean, great elevator pitch. First off, you've done this before. You've had a couple stops along the way. There's one I want to start with, though, because it's near and dear to my heart. Cutco knives. My dad, back in college, also sold Cutco knives door to door. Different era back then. You let a stranger into your house who had a backpack full of sharp knives, and people didn't bat an eye. Now, in our era, how in the hell did you get people to open up your door armed with a full butcher shop in your bag?
When you put it like that, I don't really know if there's any good answer. One of the best lessons I did learn from that job, though, was referral business, referral sales, which is a really important part of sales. So it's been really interesting for me just seeing, I also started a waitering company when I was in high school, and I also started a food delivery service business when I was in college. And you see all these different types of businesses and all these different types of sales, and you go from like 10-second sales when it's door-to-door selling siding and roofing when I was in college to longer multi-million-dollar sales, later on in pharmacy world. So, man, you can get people to do anything pretty much.
So are the knives actually like legit? I've never
Best knives ever. Yeah.
Best knives ever. Oh, see,
Best knives ever.
I think my parents still have the Cutco knives that my dad had from college, and they just get them sharp. Like, they are legit knives.
They're legit.
then that's the. I mean, the salespeople really got to you guys clearly, and Yoni, like, even though you're not working there, they still convince you.
Man.
There you go.
Just let me know when the time's right.
Listen, you got good knives. You got good knives. I love it. I think it's cool. Also, love the idea, the fact that you ran a food delivery service in college, because I did as well, and that was very fun. What kind of food delivery we talking? Was it like you going and driving, picking people up food, and then just going to their place?
Yeah, I mean, it was a kosher food delivery service, obviously.
Unreal.
Yeah, I love that. I realized, it was hard for people that were downtown to get access to kosher food, so I undercut the price of all the restaurants. They were all charging $35, $45 for delivery. Charged $25, got all the orders at once for the end of the day, delivered one time at night. Had, 10 orders every night. Went to all the hotels in downtown Chicago and all over Chicago and met with the managers and gave them a pamphlet, introduced myself, went to the Kosher Rabbinical Council and got listed on their website. So just networked my way to making it happen.
How old were you?
18.
18. Damn, good for you. I mean, even at 18, I remember going into businesses and trying to tell them about what we're doing, and most of them would look at me and be like, huh? Like, you're 18. Like, what do you mean you're going to help me get more food to the dorms and whatnot through your app? And, at first, I hated the idea of going in there because most of them would reject me and say, come back when you have, better KPIs or metrics you can show me, or the bar next door is doing it, you're getting momentum there. How did you start to build a mental fortitude mindset to be able to take on all these no's that come with sales?
Every no gets you closer to a yes. It's really that simple, right? Like, no's are going to come no matter what, and you just have to take those. And one of the craziest experiences I ever had was when I was doing door-to-door sales and I was selling siding and roofing. And I'll never forget this. I walked up to a house and it had a no solicitor sign on the front door. I was like, whatever, I see those all the time. The door was open. There was a screen door, in front, but the main door was open. There was a chainsaw running in the backyard. And I ring the doorbell. This little girl comes to the door. She answers. I'm like, hey, is your parents here? She's like, yeah, I'll go get them. And I hear the chainsaw turn off. And all of a sudden, this guy comes to the door, and he looks at me, and his young daughter, standing right behind him. And he starts yelling at me. He's like, don't you know how to effing read a sign? It says right there, no solicitors. And this guy is just going off at me for 60 seconds straight. I'm not even getting a word in. I'm like, sir, I don't mean it. I'll just go away. You're cool, man. Just chill. And he's just going off at me. His little daughter's standing right there behind him. And then he just slams the door in my face. And I'm like, okay, just keep walking. And I walk outside and I go back to the sidewalk, and he comes back outside and he's standing on the lawn and he starts screaming at me again down the block. And that was just such an important moment in time, an important lesson that I had to learn, that you just never know what someone else is going through, right? That person could have had someone in his family pass away that day. That guy could have been going through something extraordinary. And I just happened to be at the wrong place at the wrong time. And he just took it out on me. So you really can't take anything personally. And you just have to expect that no's are going to come, but the yeses will also come. It's really just about persistence.
I mean, I think it's a very incredible lesson to learn within sales. I often tell Parker, I think Parker's better at it than I am. I think that's my worst skill set, is selling people. I get so uncomfortable negotiating. I make Parker do it all. I'm like, all right, go. Tell him the price, bro. I don't want to tell him the price. I feel bad.
I disagree, though, by the way. I really do.
Well, thank you. I'll take
because
some compliments.
you look at sales as a different lens that I look at sales at. You're an incredible salesman. You are able to portray yourself in a certain way that people think of you in a certain way, and when they need something, they know that they can go to you for something. You just don't like to talk numbers.
I just don't like.
That's what it is.
The price, yeah, I guess.
Yeah, you just don't like to talk numbers.
I feel like I should be in that movie where, if only I was at a table with you and I could slide a piece of paper with my price over, I'd be good. It's the actually saying out loud how much we charge. I'm like, so then Parker does it for me. That's why we're a good team. And I think you learn a lot of valuable lessons when you're trying to be an entrepreneur, build your brand, build a business to sell. And Yoni, obviously, you've taken that and run with it in terms of your career and where you're headed. And you've learned so many lessons along the way. One of the things that I just want to highlight, you're also a really good dude. Like, we've hung out now and chatted and talked, and I have mutual friends with you who know you extremely well. I know you have involvement in, organizations near and dear to your heart outside of making money. How do you have this cutthroat killer salesman mentality, but also this compassion for being like a real good human being and guy?
Yeah, well, one, I appreciate it. That's too kind. And I don't know who you're talking to, but they might be,
They paid me. It's cool.
No, but I think the reality is of being a truly exceptional, like 1% of 1% of salespeople, is you're not really a salesperson. And I think the way you just described me, it really all ties together. I only do what's in best interest of the other person. I'll never do anything that's not in their best interest. And really, it's about getting to yes or no as quickly as possible and identifying that value for them. And you're like, I never sell something or tell someone to do something that I don't believe in myself, and that's not actually best for them. And that's really just how I operate through all of life, right? It's just always doing what's right, always doing what's right by the other person, always taking the high road. And really, it's not about what you can take from people. And I think that's where a lot of salespeople get it wrong, is their focus on commissions. It's really about what you can give. And I think that's all life comes down to, right? Whether it's business or personal, life isn't about what we get. It's about what we can give to others, and really carrying that through every facet of life. I think, thank God, we're all extremely blessed. We all woke up today. We all have our senses. We all have our minds. We all have the capability to eat and go to the bathroom and sleep, like all these amazing blessings. And it's really up to us to discover our uniqueness, and give our uniqueness to others, and spread that and share the light with others, and spread light and happiness and smiles, and just do that through all of life. And hopefully, good karma's a thing, but you're always doing the right thing, and that's all that matters.
You put good energy into the world, good energy comes back. Sam and I are very, very big proponents of that. And I think both of us have shifted to that perspective after practicing it. And if you show up every day with not in good intentions, you know what? Negative stuff is going to come back. But if you show up with good intention, maybe you won't see it right off the bat, but eventually good things will find its way back to you or to the people around you or the spaces that you're in. Yoni, I've been having a lot of conversations with people at work about, this thing called AI and how AI is flipping everything up.
This thing called AI.
Yeah, just this thing, right? AI is flipping the whole world upside down. White-collar jobs, who knows if those are going to exist. I read a lot more on Twitter than Sam does, and I read a lot more in the newspaper probably than Sam does. But there's some people
I the Everything app, Parker. Can you please, no free ads, but come on, get it right.
Well, that's what I'm saying. No free ads. That's why I'm saying it. Twitter, X, formerly Twitter. But I follow a few people. I respect their opinion a lot, and they think that the last great skill that can save you in these jobs is sales. And I'm curious, what's your thoughts on that? Like, is it really sales that is going to save all these people's livelihoods if they're able to convince someone about a product or a service?
That's a great question. I don't necessarily agree that it's sales. I think really most of our skills will be taken. I think what's really going to save us is interpersonal skills. I think the human connection and forming that, which I think unfortunately a lot of the younger generation is kind of missing out on because the iPad generation and all that. But I think, as you see technology swing so far, and we're just going so deep into it, it's going to swing back. The pendulum's going to swing back. And I think where people will have the most value is interpersonal skills and developing those and the human connection, because that's really the one thing AI can't replace. I mean, it can make us feel that way, but there's nothing like the human touch. There's nothing like, being able to have a conversation like this AI can replace it, it'll do well, but sales is unfortunately replaceable by data and a lot of other ways.
It's almost like I put that on a tee. Like if we're playing t-ball, like I put that ball up there for you and you took the swing. Because at Elevation Nation, that's what we talk about. We call that the new form of AI, and that's authentic intelligence. When we speak with young people who are about to go into the real world, we talk about literally everyone now has access to this incredible tool called AI. Knowledge is almost like, everyone has access to the craziest pieces of knowledge. The thing that's going to differentiate you is who you are and how you bring yourself to the world every day and how you connect and communicate and think about the world. And that is the thing that's going to differentiate you.
Couldn't agree more. I think you guys hit the nail on the head.
It's, to Parker's point, teed up very nicely, but it also validates our hypothesis, right? Parker and I, we actually started this before AI was really a thing. 5-6 years ago, AI wasn't as adopted. Parker and I locked ourselves in his mother's beach condo in Ocean City, Maryland in the middle of February with a shit ton of caffeine and a stack of Post-it notes. And we're like, how were we so successful in high school and college, leaders, team captains, tour guides, fraternity boys, and then all of a sudden we're low man on the totem pole not being successful? Like, how did that happen? And we realized it was the interpersonal skills. And so we started with mental fortitude, teaching that. We're going on our 2026 tour, doing over 15 gigs across the country, including Chicagoland, New Hampshire, New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, all over, teaching young people about mental fortitude and authentic intelligence and how they can elevate their mindsets, because whether they like it or not, to your point, Yoni, that's the one thing that they're really going to have left. And I don't even know if they're going to have that in 40 years. So might as well try to learn that skill and ride it as long as you can. And we're excited to continue to teach that.
Yeah, no, it's awesome that you guys are doing what you're doing. And I think to be able to do that at a greater level and for more people is exceptional and so needed right now and so needed for the future as well.
Yeah, we could talk about this for a long time, but I think recently too is I think a lot of people now are so in tune with what other people are doing and they're living other people's lives, especially these young people who are just coming out of college and they grew up with the phone in their hand. They're watching their favorite people who they've never met in a day in their life, but they're living through someone else. And I can't tell you, when we talk to some of these young people, it's like, no, what are you good at? What are you not good at? What are the things that you want to do? How do you want to shape your life? What does that look like? How do we make that happen? What's realistic for you? And it's mind-boggling because people would prefer to escape and avoid the internal dialogue than actually spend some time within it when really that's what helps you elevate.
1,000%, man. I think you hit the nail on the head. I think escape and avoid, right? You look at medication rates, right? Our generations are over medicated. We're running from our feelings. I talk to people all the time. People ask me if I'm happy. I'm like, no, I'm not happy, but that's okay, right? It's okay to not be happy. I'm at peace. I'm enjoying it, right? It's okay to feel. It's okay to be unhappy. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to be ecstatic, over the moon. That's what makes us human. And nowadays, you look at generations and people around us, and everyone's scared to feel. They see these things that everyone else is doing, and they focus on that as opposed to just focusing on themselves. And I think, we really have to work more as a society as helping ourselves first and focusing on our needs and being okay sitting with ourselves and being in quiet and peace, right? And just letting our thoughts flow and not trying to get them out of our head every 3 seconds, because it's really important. That's the beauty of humanity, right? The ability to feel, the ability to have that connection, like you guys said. That's what makes us human, and that's what will continue to separate us out from robots. But it's just such a beauty, and that's the most beautiful thing of life, is having these feelings.
Preach, brother. I think we found a third member of Elevation Nation here to come on tour, because That is exactly what we believe in our hearts and our souls. And so, Yoni, I'm so glad that you feel the same way and you're living and walking proof of when you stay true to that. It also leads to success. And not all AI is bad. You've certainly made a product that is helping a ton of people. So I want to give you an opportunity to talk about the good as well. Talk to us about One Connection, where it came from, and how you are continuing to build it into what it is today.
Yeah, happy to. I mean, listen, I think AI, like Parker said, is a knowledge base, right? And you can use it and leverage it as that. I started One Connection with the goal of creating kind of this global connected layer for businesses within healthcare. So connecting them to opportunities, information, resources, wherever they needed. I started this journey about 5-6 years ago. I raised money for it. I ran out of money 3 times. And every time I had to figure out a way to make money. I had a team of up to 25 people, web development, sales, marketing, the whole 9 yards. And last year, I dug deep into AI. So at that point, it was just myself. I'd run out of money again. I had to figure out a way to make it work. Figured out a way to make it work. AI came to fruition. Dug deep into AI, rebuilt my platform that I spent millions of dollars paying other people to build for me. Myself with no coding experience, and the results have been unbelievable. Actually, a public company, $1.3 billion public company, I guess this is coming out in a month, so we'll be fine, just replaced their Copilot subscription with my company AI Chat. So, which is just unbelievable, the fact that I was able to build that, and even more so the fact that I was able to provide that much value with no background and no coding experience. So it's really the opportunity. I think this is the greatest gold rush in human history, the greatest opportunity that we've ever had to really allow and empower every single person, kind of like an equal playing field at this gold rush. Like nothing like this has ever existed. This opportunity is more exponentially greater than, crypto, anything that's ever existed. And I mean, shit, me closing this deal is living proof of it.
First of all, congratulations. And that's really cool. I mean, to hear that you're 5 years into it, it's gone like this and up and down. For people on YouTube, you're watching me go up and down. If you're listening on the Spotify or Apple Podcast, you don't see that. But it's so cool to hear. And you know what? It's just a start. It's funny that you even brought that up because I was just talking with a friend and we were brainstorming ideas, and the ability to put that idea into a text box and see it come to life so fast, so quick, when for many, many years, for all the years that we lived up until this point, people would spend time and resources and money, and there was a great possibility it wouldn't work. Now you can either fail faster or grow quicker. And on top of that, it to your point about evening the playing field, it's like, think about how many great freaking ideas people have in the world, but they don't have the resources, the money, the financing, the ability to bring something like their idea to life. Now it's gone. Yoni, to your point, you had this amazing idea. The proof of your business comes from an idea that businesses need. You just didn't have the puzzle pieces coming together, and now they're coming together. And to your point, you have this huge accomplishment that you just reached.
Yeah, I mean, what I did today was impossible 4 or 5 years ago, similar when you guys started, right? It would have cost over $10 million. It would have taken a team of 20 engineers over 3.5, 4 years, and it still wouldn't have even been 10% of what I freaking built. An example, I hired a marketing agency that I paid over $100K to for 6 months to build out, let's say, 40 emails. In one day with AI, I built out a dynamic email campaign to 8 different personas with 99 emails, right? Like, you just couldn't do this shit before. It was impossible. So I think the opportunity now, is really up to us and our potential, which is so cool to have that power, right? It's like, if you have an idea, you can figure it out. And whenever I get stuck and I go to my friends that know technology, know AI, and I'm like, dude, how do I get past this? They always have the same answer, all of them. They're like, just ask AI, right? Like you can literally figure out anything, and you have this like ultimate knowledge base that can actually execute for you. And it's gotten exponentially better in the past 2-3 months. Like there's no excuse to not throw as many shots on the board. It used to be like take one shot, have 90 days, figure out if it works or not, then go to the next one. You could throw 10 shots on the board within a week and see what sticks and what doesn't. I mean, it's just unbelievable.
I was talking with a buddy, another elevator of ours, who's leaned like you into the AI space and is absolutely crushing it, creating kind of essentially like a software package of AI tools for small businesses. And I was telling him, aren't you scared that some of these other companies are going to come in that have more money and just blow you out of the water and use Claude, scrape your entire thing and just like steal it and repackage it? And he's like, I think, my guess is we have, a 10 to 12 month head start before that just keeps happening over and over and over again. And so, Parker and I do this on the side. We have other jobs. That scares me. So what I like to say, and maybe this is just to help me sleep at night, is Parker and I, we can't keep up with how quick you are moving, Yoni, doing your thing in AI and going all in with all these guys that are way smarter and way more connected than us. Parker and I are actually looking 3 to 5 years ahead, which is when we are inundated with 100 awesome emails that Yoni created, customized, sent to me, multiply that by 1,000, then do that on TikTok, then have in my Twitter, X, everything app slop, right? Like, you're just so overwhelmed that Parker and I are like, how do we make a product that brings you back to your core? And we're banking on that. We could be wrong. People could become cyborgs. AI could take over everything and people might love it and become addicted to it. And I think that might be true. But I think there are some people that might say, how do we reteach how to be human again? And that's kind of what we're doing and kind of what we're banking on. And I guess time will tell if people want to pay for that or not.
I freaking love that, man. I actually talked to someone, the past 4 years since I've seen technology advance, the first wave was like, you had basically Web 1.0. It was just a mosh of everything. Web 2.0. Right now it starts to get like a little bit more, let's just say, honed in. And Web 3.0 is really like personalized, right? And when it's personalized, you're just going to have all this crap. And you really have to be able, it's a pendulum, right? Like, it's going to swing back and you guys are just leaning into the wave of it and you're at the tip of the spear and it'll swing back because we're going to go so far into the tech that you're going to need to learn those interpersonal skills. You're going to need to learn how to communicate and be authentic and genuine and collaborate.
It's either that or we're going to be the humans that teach AI how to be human, and then we're all fucked.
Then
one or the other. Someone's going to pay us regardless, and we're going to teach those skills to the highest bidder. So I guess we're going to find out.
Don't sell out to the bots.
Don't sell out.
Hey, for enough money, I don't know. Whatever.
Damn. I have a lot of thoughts here, and I feel like we could debate the AI thing. Sam, you made a good point. It's like, oh, why wouldn't a big company just come in and do it? But it's like every big company that you think of today was once a small company, and they innovated when there was other bigger companies in their world, and they found a way, and that's through persistence and time and smarts, and you know what? Luck. And luck is a big piece of that. And luck, Yoni, I'm sure in your case, in sales, is very, very important. So with building the new business, has there been like a lucky moment? Besides the one recently, that's not luck. That you deserve that. Like, that came because you did the right thing. You built the right product. You got a story of luck through the years that you want to share with Elevation Nation?
So I'd kind of say luck is bullshit.
Okay, let's talk about that.
I have, P plus O equals S. You guys know what that stands for? Any guesses? Put you guys on the spot.
Piece of
Persistence
shit.
and opportunity equals success.
Preparation and opportunity equals success.
Okay.
I think you prepare for the moments in life where you have the opportunity. You put yourself in the opportunity to succeed. And when you are fully prepared and you find those opportunistic moments and you capitalize on them, that's when you find success, and that's the recipe for it. One of my favorite exercises to do is to go back when I get to these moments of success and actually, from the point of success that I truly feel like this was a monumental success, I will whiteboard and write out going backwards and connect the dots of all the moments that got me to that as far back as I can think. And you'll see, like, I love whiteboarding on my window, or like a 6x8 whiteboard, literally filling up every single space. It's unbelievable to look back and be like, shit, at that moment I thought I was destroyed. I was like, I don't know the next step. And then the next step led me to this unbelievable step that I could never have imagined, right? So I think it's really like you just keep preparing for the opportunities and you keep getting shots on board, and that leads to success. And it's not one moment in specific, but it's all these moments combined. And even when we can't see the good or the light in that moment and it looks like complete darkness, just having trust and faith that you're exactly where you're supposed to be at the time you're supposed to be there, and it'll all work out. And for me, that's like, I can't point to one moment since the whole thing. It's every moment, right? Like, it's the whole journey has just been one thing after the next that leads to the next one. And I think it's just persistence, resilience, and resourcefulness that gets you to success.
Sometimes I feel like with that perspective, and I think it's a great perspective. It's like, it could be hard though, because if you stay in it, you push, you feel like you deserve it. And then it's because you deserve it, like, it's going to come. And like, you just always bank out, I deserve this, I deserve this, I deserve this. And then you look back, you're like, wait, did it ever come? I mean, the worst part is when you overlook the success in a sense. I'm thinking like luck. You could walk by a guy in the street. Next thing you know, you drop your wallet. Guy picks it up. Start talking. Next thing you know, he's hiring you, and you could whatever. Like, you don't know what's going to happen in the world.
Well, you got to walk the street to drop your wallet.
Okay, now we're getting philosophical. I like it.
Well, like you got to get there. You got to go out there.
The web that Yoni, you were hinting at, Parker and I, we've been doing the podcast over 5 years, 475 episodes, and there was a point in time, this was probably 4 years ago, Parker, when I was trying to make on our website a web that showed who came on the podcast, then referred us to someone else, that then referred us to two people. Parker before this was like, remind me how we met Yoni again? Like, what was that connection? This web of people. We made a slide for our new presentation, our new keynote. We put on maybe 1/20th of the elevators, filled an entire slide with little faces. And Parker and I looked at each other and we're like, holy shit. Look at all these seeds of humans that we've met, that we've gotten to know, that we've gotten to learn from. And to your point, we don't know where they're going to lead. They've already led to really cool things. And it's like, just put yourself in the position to make an impact and put good out into the world. And that's, newsflash, we make $0. We make negative money on the podcast. We don't do it to make a bunch of money. We do it to meet cool people like you and the people that you're going to introduce us to, so that eventually I can introduce you to other friends that'll help you. And it's like, that's how the world works. And I think if you don't have that mindset, you're just going to be left behind.
Yeah, you never know where a yes can take you, right? Like, just say yes, and say yes to the opportunity, because it could lead to something great. Yeah, 100%.
Agreed.
Think it's a great conversation. I feel like philosophical. I could go deeper, but it's Friday afternoon. Sam's had a long week. He was in Milwaukee. He said it was cold. Now it's hot in D.C. You're like going up and back and everything in between, Sam. But speaking of being hot, let's move to rapid fire. We got some fast questions for you, Yoni. First thing that comes to mind, you gotta just spit it out.
Let's hit it.
All right. What is the best way to get someone like interested in what you have to say?
Give them value, right? Like, give them value of some sort. And I think that's the first thing, within 10 seconds. Like, you have 10 seconds to make an impression, give them something of value. Hey, I like your shirt, right? Like, you as a person, everyone looks at themselves and they put effort into everything they do. Recognize that. And it's not out of like manipulation. It's out of like, hey, like, dude, I respect it, right? Like, Sam, you've got rocking hair, bro. Like, I'd walk up to you and be like, yo, your hair kicks ass. That doesn't.
You used to have flow. You chopped it off to look more
I
professional
chopped
now.
the
You had
salad
some
off,
great
right?
flow.
But like, that's like spreading smiles and spreading love and spreading gratitude. And I think, first impression, you got to do something. You got to start a conversation. Just show gratitude and appreciation for someone. They'll appreciate it.
Parker won't be able to relate to this because he's been married and to a Mrs. Elevation Nation for a long time. But my new pickup line at a bar, not even really a pickup line. If someone's wearing a cool necklace, I always just say like, "That's a dope necklace," and then I just walk away.
Yeah.
Just spread love, spread vibes,
Yeah.
and you never know what'll happen.
No harm, no foul, baby.
Exactly. All right, next rapid fire. You're one of the guys we look up to in this AI world, just with how much you've used to build your own company and improve your own life. What is one AI tool you personally cannot live without?
Claude, man. Claude. Claude Code work, whatever you want to do with it. Claude is by far the most innovative. They're going to continue being the most innovative. If I was going to learn one tool, it would be that tool, and I'd stick with it, and I'd go deep into it.
I wish
Where's
our
your-
employer didn't block it on our computers. Hopefully they're listening and will let us use
Well,
it.
I heard some interesting things, Sam. I did yesterday.
Yeah, some
they said
rumblings?
that they were gonna allow it. Yeah, eventually.
Okay.
Limited licenses distributed. You have to
I'll
make a
get in line.
case for your license.
My case is I'm trying to be more productive, bro. My case.
Are you not be? Yeah. Yoni, I guess another rapid fire for you then is like, what is your best way besides saying go use it to actually learn how the tool works?
Go use it.
Fair. Okay, but like I'm sure you were on YouTube or at some point watching a class, or you're just like, I'm gonna go in it, or maybe you're asking Claude, how do I use you?
Yeah, like I would just say go use it, right? Like think of it as a knowledge base. You can ask it questions. Anything you don't understand, just ask it. I mean, I've had it create plans for me. Just go use the damn thing. And then anything you don't know, you go and you say like, hey, what is possible? I think just come at it with a curious approach. Like, hey, what can I do with this? The same way you probably, hopefully approach everything else in life with genuine curiosity. Be genuinely curious and try to poke holes and find the opportunity. And then you'll fill in the gaps where they come along. Like, don't try to do everything at once. Just start. Get hands on.
Appreciate it.
I love it.
I mean, Sam used to hate AI, and then I convinced him, and then he now loves it. I mean, I feel like every human who uses it, yeah, it's great.
Yes.
Right?
Scared, man. Can you blame me? It's
No,
freaking me out.
man. Yeah, some robots talking to us and telling us like, what?
I watch too much
I-
Black Mirror.
I
know-
need to
I
go
know what
back
comes
to
next.
I need to go back to like the season of Elevation Nation, the time, maybe it was like 2023, Sam, where like you were like, I was starting to use it, and I need to hear all of the quotes of like, dude, what are you like, you talking AI
Yeah, I
again? You
gave
talking
you a
AI?
lot of shit.
I need to go back
Sorry.
because that's public. Talk about public this episode, man. All right, last rapid fire for you, Yoni. You don't see my bookshelf, but if I was in my home studio, there's a lot of books on my bookshelf from recommendations that people in Elevation Nation have given us. So any book recommendations, would love to hear it.
Getting More by Stuart Diamond. It is the most influential book on my career. It is a book about negotiation, but it's not just negotiation as like, splitting the difference, getting to yes. Like, no, this book was so influential. It gave me a framework for getting in the other person's perspective, which is the most valuable thing that I use every day. And like, literally I got to the point where I was able to anticipate other people's questions and prep my team on the answers for them. And it gives you real life examples. So it's like, I can actually relate to it throughout the whole book of where and how to use it. And it's not just about a book about negotiation. It's just how to find value and fill that value in every situation, not just business, but literally everything we do in life. Getting More.
All right, Parker, get on Amazon.
I already bought
Be
it.
there by the time you get home.
It's done. I already bought it. It's quick.
You're so good. You're so good with
It'll
it.
be there tomorrow.
Sick.
I'm excited to report back, Yoni, even though I'm reading a book on consciousness right now, which
Oh, I
Sam,
bought that too, by the way, Parker. It'll be here tomorrow.
Yeah, and you said something earlier about feelings. Oh, man, I was like, you have to go through pain and suffering. That's what makes us human. And I'm like, all in that deep part of that book. Whew, it's good.
Amen.
It's also our favorite author, Parker, Michael Pollan.
Michael
who
Pollan,
is
baby.
essentially my
Great
dream
dude.
guest. I don't know, Yoni, if you've read any of his stuff. If not, he's got a wide array on plant medicine to consciousness to food and cooking. Like,
Oh
he's
man,
just the
are we
coolest
starting a book
author.
club here? What book are you guys reading?
I mean, essentially. Parker's reading, what's it called, Parker, his new book, Michael Pollan's book?
Sorry, it's A World Appears.
The World Appears.
Okay. Book club.
Yeah, he just released it. awesome dude. I mean, some of the others we could talk about offline, but
Yeah, we'll have to cut the recording for those. All right, Yoni, final question. Every single person that joins Elevation Nation, whether it's on the podcast or the thousands of people around the globe that we speak to, they're all united by one thing. We call that their mental motto. It's a phrase, a quote, a slogan that embodies who you are at your core. So we want to know, besides Cutco is the superior knife, what is your mental motto?
Master your mind. I think with discipline and everything we do, I think it's having self-discipline, self-control. That's, you asked me before how to get through tough things. It's just having mental fortitude to separate out all our emotions from ourselves to continue in order to push through accomplishing anything we set our minds to. I mean, the only limits we have are the ones we set for ourselves, and it's up to us of what we define those as. And if you remove all those limitations and you master your mind, you're capable of really anything you want to do.
Elevation Nation, you've heard it from our newest third member of Elevation Nation now. I think he's going to have to come on tour with us. He kind of looks like he could be our brother too, so it all just works out really nicely. Yoni, I mean, I'm so glad we got connected. Shout out Garrett. Thank you for the connection. Thank you for being so open with us about your mindset, your perspective, where you're headed. We know this is just the beginning, but we're just really honored to welcome you to the nation, man.
Thank you, guys. This was an awesome conversation, and look forward to having many more together.
Until next week, Elevation Nation. Peace. Yoni.